We have a great staff on campus who are here to provide you with many support services and resources. Our staff does a lot behind the scenes to make sure that students are successful and that sending high schools and parents and educators are properly communicated with during the students' time in our program. So you'll see here just a brief list of the many things that our staff does to help students. I had mentioned we have assistant directors who work as academic advisors. They also provide school counseling services as well, so you don't lose that guidance counseling resource when you come to our program. So they will help students enroll in classes at Fort Hays State. They will help make sure graduation requirements are being completed. They will also help with the search and selection process when students are looking for their next college. A couple of extra things that we do that a traditional college student does not have done to them while they're on campus. We do monitor our students' performance, especially in the classroom, very closely. We do quarterly grade checks, so we are talking with the students' professors to make sure they are attending class, that there are no behavioral issues. If there is a slipping grade, we're definitely going to know about that. And those grade checks are sent out to parents. So parents, you are very much still in the loop when it comes to your students' academic journey. We are going to know what students are getting on their midterms. We're going to know what they're getting on their finals. And I had mentioned that maintenance GPA that students have to keep to stay in our program. This plays very much into that. So again, a very supportive community when you get to KAMS, especially within our staff. I had mentioned there was a research component to our program, and this slide details what that looks like for our students. So, of course, KAMS was founded as a STEM-focused academy, so the opportunity for students to complete collegiate level research is one of the best benefits, I think, and definitely as we've spoken with our alumni over the years, they have found that this element of the program is definitely what has made them stand out as they move on to apply to med schools or specialty graduate programs or apply for jobs at NASA or at big hospitals or in the military. So the fact that our students are getting to complete college level research before they even reach senior year is pretty phenomenal. So students in our program are required to complete a hands-on research project with a faculty member on campus. We do enroll you in classes early on in your KAMS experience that help teach you how to conduct college-level research, how to write research papers, how to make poster presentations. You get to choose the area of research that you want to conduct, so it can be in really any area that you're interested in. You'll see some sample research topics there on the right-hand side of this slide. And by the end of your time in KAMS, you will be required to make a professional presentation of this research. We have had students who have given research presentations at local, regional, national conferences and meetings. We've sent students to Colorado, Texas, East Coast, West Coast, lots of different conferences in Kansas and the Midwest, where they are presenting research right alongside graduate and professionals in that field. So it's a pretty unique opportunity and quite a resume builder to be able for our students to be able to talk about, like I said, as they go on to their next educational journey or as they move on in their careers. So definitely something to be excited about, nothing to be intimidated by. I get a lot of questions about this aspect of the program. You know, you are technically leaving your high school. You will not be walking the halls of your sending school anymore once you reach your junior year and you join us on campus. So what does that mean for student life? What does that look like for involvement? What can you do to be a well-rounded student? And we want to assure you that there's going to be a lot of opportunity for you to resume build and remain involved while you're on the Fort Hays State University campus and as a KAMS student. We, in and of ourselves in KAMS, have a lot of clubs and organizations. We have a very successful robotics team that travels and competes at the college VEX level. We have groups of mathletes, physics competitions that we send students to, math competitions. We send students to the KU engineering design competition. K-State hosts a lot of computer science and hackathons that we send students to. So academic competitions are a big thing for our students, so you're definitely going to have the opportunity to do some of that. Students are able to be members of really any Fort Hays club or organization. So the Fort Hays Pre-Medical Association chapter is very popular for our students who are interested in med school. The Astronomy Club on campus was actually founded by KAMS students about 5 or 6 years ago. That's a popular one. We've got Biology Club, Chemistry Club, Chess Club, Rocket Club, Video Game Club. There's definitely going to be a niche for you to, either do something for fun or, further your education in the area that you're interested in academically. Our staff does a lot of specialized programming. We'll have fun, trivia nights, game nights. We always try to stay involved with our students. We actually have implemented something we call weekly wellness programs. And that is a really great program put on by our personal counselor who hosts different mindfulness and meditation activities for our students. We do yoga classes every week. We have running, walking groups that go out around the trail around campus, and we even have study breaks where students will get together in the formal lounge and play games together. So you really will get an opportunity to bond with the students you're living with in Custer Hall as well, which we take great pride in making sure we're providing a lot of opportunity for that. And we do take trips. We usually do in the United States trips, and sometimes we'll do an international trip as well. For example, a couple of spring breaks ago, students went out to Mammoth Cave in Kentucky and did some caving research, geoscience research out there. We actually had a plan to go to the Grand Canyon this spring break, but unfortunately, due to the changes of our world, we were unable to do that. So we always try to take, a little trip here or there. Internationally, we have sent students to the Bahamas, Ireland, London. We have some trips pretty far out in the distance that we're looking at doing internationally as well. So you are going to get the opportunity to travel if you would like. We even do small fun trips like to the Cosmosphere in Hutchinson or go to the Salina Zoo or something just to get students out. So that is something definitely to look forward to. Really kind of the game rule to play by when it comes to student life, as we understand that KAMS students are under the age of 18. There's a couple of things we've had to put in place to make sure that the college life isn't completely taking over our students. So students who are coming to our program really can be involved in anything except for two things. We do limit students on, of course, trying out for any type of NCAA team. So students cannot try out for the Fort Hays State University basketball team, football team, volleyball. If you are a student athlete, we do have a great intramural system through our wellness center on campus, so you can still remain active. It's definitely not going to really be at the level that you're used to coming from Keisha sports, but it is a way for you to still remain involved if that's something that you love. And secondly, students are not allowed to be a part of Greek life. So students can't join a fraternity or sorority when they're in the academy. So those are really the only two things that we limit students on. Really, everything else is up to you to decide.